What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing Splinterlands content to you every single day. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, so a little bit about where I am at. I made it to gold. I decided to just go for it halfway, not even halfway through the season, before the halfway point of the season. There's still 10 days left. So I knew if I went up and I didn't like it, I was going to have to suffer for the next week and a half. But I got to tell you, the jump from silver to gold was not as terrible as it was from bronze to silver. So let me clarify where I'm at and show you in terms of what I'm working with. Now, I was afraid to jump up to gold until I had a gold maxed deck. And that's going to be expensive. It's going to take some time. Prices are still kind of fluctuating all around. So I've been focusing primarily on summoners and legendary cards and trying to get those to where I would like them to be. So just a little reminder, let's go ahead and start here with the summoners. And I'll just pick a random one. So the summoners, 1 and 2 is bronze, 3 and 4 is silver, 5 and 6 are gold. But as you can see, this gets exponentially crazier. To go from max silver, 25 BCX, to max gold, 60 BCX, that's more than double where you were going from level 4 to level 6. So what I've done is I have gotten all of my Chaos Legion summoners to level 5, which kind of splits the difference. It's the first eligible level for gold. And then with Quix the Devious, legendary summoners are easier. There's only 4 levels, so it's just bronze, silver, gold, and then diamond plus. So maxed out at level 4. So I got Quix to level 3. I got all of these guys to level 5. And then I focused on legendary cards. Legendary cards seem to be going for relatively decent prices right now. I had to cough up some for some of the more expensive ones. So for example, Queen Mycelia is still up there, but I really wanted to get her up into the level 3 range because she does get triage, and that has come in actually very handy in some cases. So through a combination of the airdrops and everything else, I have been able to, let me go back to my cards. I have been able to max out most of the folks here. In fact, I think all of them except for some of the dragons. So I don't have Void Dragon or Zyvax Vul, but see, the thing is, I'm not as focused on using Zyvax Vul, so I haven't been buying. The other one, as well as Ifrit Rising, I just don't use the cards that are recharge. They haven't been as handy. Now, the only caveat to that is Uriel the Purifier, but I'm going to get into Uriel in another video because I actually want to go through and talk about all of the different airdrops that we've gotten so far post Dr. Blight. So I'm going to do a little, which one is my favorite, what I'm enjoying about each and every one from all of the different splinters. This video, I'll just keep it primarily focused on gold. So you can see here, I mean, of course, there's some losing streaks here and there, but, and this is a tournament, so this isn't all win streaks. But you can see that a lot of what I'm facing against, yes, there are a decent amount up here. So you can see that I'm facing a level 3 legendary summoner and all these ranked up monsters, but still coming away with some solid wins here. Here's a game where I played a level 3 Jotun. Right, level 3 Jotun. It was a low mana match, but we got the win there. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, for the longest time, I was worried about getting into gold. I was worried about how I would do, but it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. And the DEC earnings seem to be significantly better. Now, for those who've come through on the channel, you know that my ECR is absolute trash because I'm addicted and I cannot stop playing the game. So just to give you a sense of where I'm at with gold, let's see, in this last battle, which was just a couple minutes ago, so I earned 4.88 DEC, and my ECR, we'll just call it at 29%, so divided by 0.29. So I would technically be earning, 16 to maybe 20 DEC per game, right? If I was using any gold cards, which I have a smattering of some. But if I were to use any gold cards, anywhere from 16 to 20 DEC at this point in the season. Now, it'll probably continue to go down. It's really the beginning of season that's the best. So where am I struggling? Well, it's the collection power. So as you can see here, my rating is actually good enough to be in gold 2. And let's just go ahead and get the actual number. So I'm at a 2.5 rating, or sorry, 2500 rating right now, which, oh my goodness. Okay, I wasn't even expecting this. I didn't realize that I'm technically in gold 1 already. I thought I was still sitting in gold 2, but my power level is only 130 or in the 130s, even with the cards that I've bought and leveled up, even with all of the legendaries leveled up to gold. So the power level is where I'm really struggling right now, just because Chaos Legion cards offer the least amount of power per BCX at no matter what rarity, right? So at this point, I'd be curious to see if I was renting power or acquired enough power to get like gold 1 power, how much more I would be earning in DEC, and if that would be worth potentially, renting at this point. That's going to be about 70k power for me, so that's a little more than I would like to be renting. And as you guys know, I hate renting. To me, this is a game about owning your assets. That is the charm of it. So unless you absolutely have to rent, I'm a big fan of investing in the cards and learning to play with the deck that you have. That's made me a significantly better player over, the past couple of months that I've been playing. Excuse me, guys. All right, so I just want to see Untamed, Gold, Legendary, Gold foil legendaries. So that's not too bad. Now keep in mind, I believe a gold foil legendary from Untamed and beyond. Let's see if Dice offers anything cheaper. Nope. So for like 18 cents a day, this is 50k power, I believe. Yeah, it would be 50k power. It's actually not terrible. It's not terrible. I used to rent 50k power for like $1 a day. And this is when I was trying to get from, even though I was trying to get into silver 1, I had enough power for silver 3. So now I'm in a similar situation here where I'm thinking about renting power, but with the prices kind of down across the board, man, and who wouldn't want to be playing with a dragon jumper? That would be kind of fun. Just saying. Okay, well, that's something I will think about. Getting back to this gold grind, though, like I said, I was just trying to show you some of the matchups that I've been facing. I don't have any specific battles that I'm going to share with you, but just wanted to share my experience so far and how it's been, and then show you the collection that that I'm working with here, which again is not perfect, right? It's not maxed out by any means, but obviously it's good, and I'm happy with where my collection is at. So with level 5 summoners, right, rare summoners, you are able to play level 6 commons. So I don't have all of them up to level 6. I have only focused on upgrading the ones or leveling up the ones that I use often. And there are a lot of really, really cool, there's a lot of really cool abilities that are added in once you get to level 6 here. So for example, probably two of my favorites here are Flying Squid, which Flying Squid and Deep Lurker, I already love them so much, but they get, Flying Squid gets Blind, which reduces, I think it's like 25% chance of missing for melee and ranged of your enemies. And then Deep Lurker gets Poison, which is phenomenal because it's already super fast at level 6 and can do a ton of damage. Let's see here. What else is there? Hill Giant gets Stun, which has come in handy in certain cases. Vinari Knifer gets Backfire, and as you can see here, he's got Thorns and Backfire, so this makes him a really awesome tank because of his speed and damage that he can do. Goblin Psychic gets Affliction, which is always great to fight against anybody with a self-heal, or just anybody who's healing, I suppose. Stitch Leech gets Life Leech, so now you're having somebody that can pick off whoever's on the back and start adding. Let's see, you had this already. What are my two other favorites? So Silent Shavi gets Cripple, which is nice. Of course, you're hurting the monster in the back and reducing their max health by 1. And then Scavo Hireling, I think this is actually super clutch. Scavo Hireling gets Camouflage at the 6th level, right? So this is in gold. So now nobody's able to target him. He's able to repair without being bothered by anybody. So it's nice to have. And then Chaos Agent already had Dodge, but you get Phase as well. And so just makes him a nice kind of like, 1 mana tank just to throw in front, potentially get a miss here and there. When it comes to rare cards, I'm still working on leveling all of mine up. So you can get up to level 5 rares for level 5 rare summoners. Probably the one that I focused on most here is Murdali Guardian. I think this is an amazing support card because it's a tank healer, but once you get to level 5, you also get armor repairs. So you are getting kind of like a built-in Scavo hireling here. So this 2-for-1 makes it incredibly important in my opinion. And once you have that 3 mana, that's a no-brainer. Let's see if there's anybody else here that I want to call out. My Select Infantry gets Giant Killer, so I wanted to make sure that I had that. Celestial Harpy gets True Strike, which is cool. It's not amazing. Here is another fantastic one. Time Mage at level 5 gets Rust. So now you're reducing the armor of your enemy monsters by 2, which can come in very handy, especially when you are playing with General Sloan and most of your attack is coming in from a range base, right? So it's not magic based. It's not sneaking under the armor. It's going to have to hit the armor. So if you can slow your enemies down, reduce their armor, you also have a speed of 4, so you're going to be going first, and you can do 2 magic damage. This card is phenomenal. I really like it. Probably, well, no, he only gets at level 6, so I won't be able to get that there. All right, and then let's just take a look at epics real quick. Epics are where I'm lagging behind, and statistically, financially, these are always the toughest just because you need like 46 BCX to max these out. And if you're opening packs and things like that, there's no epic airdrop, there's no epic potion, so it's not like you're going to get extra epics for whatever reason, whereas you can increase the chances of legendary potions. So I believe I can actually get up to level 4 here. Yeah, I should be able to play level 4 epics, but as you can see, I haven't really gotten any of them quite there yet, and the epic cards are still somewhat expensive. So you can see I'm still playing with bronze and silver level epics. There's nobody gold level yet, but they come in handy and they do what needs to be done. And then I suppose we can just take a look at legendaries. Grum Flameblade, just an awesome meat shield to throw up in front. Lyra, I really like Lyra at the gold level because of swiftness. If you know about Supply Runner and my love affair for Supply Runner, Lyra the Dark now gives you something way better in my opinion because you get more damage, a faster unit, opportunity, right? Which can be a detriment at some point, but swiftness is really where that gets added in. Chaos Dragon gets blind at gold as well, which is really nice. Queen Mycelia gets triage. Bakjira gets heal, which is so clutch. So clutch. And then probably my favorite overall is Dr. Blight getting scavenge. People are saying in gold he's broken, and I understand now because you're usually going to throw him at the back of your team. And if you have a full team of 5 people and you've killed some of the other monsters, he might have over 10 health by the time he's all the way up there. And if you're just facing a couple of other monsters, of which you are doing now 2 damage, you are stopping them from healing potentially, and you are potentially giving them poison to do an extra 2 damage per turn. Dr. Blight is just so fun to play with. And then Legionnaire Alvar gets Demoralize, which is fun. I've enjoyed stacking Demoralize because there are 2 neutral cards, him and what is this? I forgot what it's called, Disintegrator, that you can play pretty much in any deck. So anytime there's like an all melee fest, right? Or what is it called? Up close and personal. You're able to play both of those and really reduce the amount of damage that your opponent can give to you. So yeah, gold hasn't been as bad. If you are thinking about making the jump up, definitely give it a shot, or at least consider it. Hopefully you can see the deck that I'm playing with. Again, my deck is all Chaos Legion. I don't own cards from any other set aside from a level 1 Mylar, maybe. Actually, here, you know what? That's not true. I do own some other non-Chaos Legion cards. So let's just take a look at those real quick. So I own some Mylars. Obviously, the rewards cards are here as well. Probably the only other significant one that I want to call out, and this is only level 1, is Robo Dragon Knight. Comes in super handy as a tank that has Void. a dragon tank that has void and can, is a decent meat shield. I would love to get this guy leveled up. Again, this is not Chaos Legion related, but at level 2, you get Pierce as well as an additional damage. And then this is where it really shines, because level 3, you get Return Fire. So now you have magic protection and Return Fire. And the fact that this is Dragon and you can play Amplify with pretty much any Splinter at this point makes this incredibly valuable. The only problem is that super expensive still, so it's going to cost me, however much BCX, however much to get 5 BCX of this. That's like $150 right there. So yeah, not my focus right now. I would rather stack up on the legendary cards within Chaos Legion. As you can see, these are significantly cheaper. And yeah, just build my deck from there. So Chaos Legion, a decently leveled up Chaos Legion deck is going to get you far in gold. At least that's what I'm seeing up to this point. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but my thought process is, if I'm already here, right? If I'm already at 2,500, I think, not that I'm gonna try for leaderboards, but I wonder how high. I'll be able to get in terms of my overall rating. And if I'm able to get that 2,800, I don't really have the power for it, but it would be very cool to finish in Diamond at some point. So I'll worry about power later in terms of, acquiring as much. Obviously, gold foils are another way for me to think about that. And as I've told you guys, some of the market prices for these gold foil cards, oops, let me not go out there, especially the common ones, are very, very cheap. So, and when I say very, very cheap, I mean like they're around $1. So for cards that I use often, and those would probably be, some of the ones down here, for example, like Hardy Stonefish or Carrion Shade, a lot of these 1-mana cards that I use often just to kind of throw in, those would be fantastic to get leveled up, because most of the time they're just meat shields, and they're going to get me that 10% extra bonus on the DEC, DEC wins. So just something to think about if you are considering gold. Wanted to give you my experience, and as you can see, it hasn't been too terrible for me. I have been grinding, so my ECR, my capture rate is below 30%, which is, not fantastic. But we're not doing this for the DEC. We're doing this for the fun and to see how far we can grind and just how good I can get at the game. So hopefully this is helpful or entertaining to you guys. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, would appreciate if you would consider giving a like and subscribe. It's a free and easy way to support the channel. If you're watching this on 3Speak, you are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting on that platform. Guys, I will see you all in the next video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you pull nothing but gold foil legendaries out of your packs, your airdrops, your daily quests, whatever it may be. And yeah, have a phenomenal day. Catch you later.